Hello. It's season 3. How is it season 3? It's here. It happened. We did a thing. Welcome to the Social Media for Humans podcast. That was what I was supposed to say. It's been a long time since I did one of these, so a little bit of grace would be appreciated while I figure out how this all works again. So, this is not going to be an overly interesting episode. Probably shouldn't start with that. But I am just going to fill you in a little bit because there's going to be some changes around here. So, for long-term listeners, there will be guest episodes this season. However, there will be fewer. So I'm going to focus on far more short, just me episodes chatting about various social media things. To be fair, probably going to also veer off into like neurodivergent productivity and ethical business and the fact I'm going to learn to sew. Who knows where we'll go. I'll try and keep it roughly social media businessy. We'll see. Another update, I was gonna say videos. I mean, there are videos. If you're listening to this on a podcast app, there's a video version on YouTube. The episodes will be shorter, so they are going to be, well, the short episodes with me are going to be between 10 and 20 minutes. I'm gonna say based on last season. We'll see. I'm gonna keep them short. We're going for short. And the guest episodes that I do will be long, juicy chats. But I will also be releasing a 10 to 20, 15 to 20 minute episode of the real highlights from the guest episode. So if you're someone who's like in my DMs, I see you, saying these guest episodes are like super amazing. They look really interesting. Where am I going to find an hour or an hour and a half of my day to sit down and listen to them? Lex, where am I going to find this time? You don't have to. Okay, I am gonna chop them up. The episodes, not the guests. Um, sounds like a threat to the guests I have already spoken to. It's not, I promise. So I was chopping them up into short, much shorter episodes so that you can get all the really important information and the best bits from the guest episodes in a much shorter amount of time. And also, if you were one of those people in my DMs, I am going to be chopping up the guest episodes from previous seasons. So, I am going to essentially be re-releasing the old guest episodes as 10, 15, 20 minute-ish, somewhere around there, episodes of the real juicy bits. So that is what is happening with the podcast. Also, very exciting update that I feel silly making in this episode, but I have a microphone, like a fancy proper microphone. I'm not using right now, because it's not here, and neither is the stand for it to live on, so that makes it difficult to use it. And then I was going to wait to film, but also I decided I was going to film today, and if I don't do it today, it will just be like, oh, but I did the podcast yesterday, and I didn't. It was on my to-do list, but it didn't happen. So it's happening, and you can enjoy the terrible quality on this mic, and then you can appreciate the excellent quality on the new mic for the next episode. Okay, what other information do I have for you? Oh, coming up, confirmed guests. Caitlin Fisher. We love them. Caitlin was in the Social Media for Humans Club last year. They gave they did a workshop on goal setting for humans, which was wildly popular and frankly incredible. So I am very, very, very excited to have them on the podcast. There is also a shamefully old episode that I recorded in May of last year. Okay, I recorded a lot of the guest episodes for previous seasons. I used to record very much in bulk and then I would release them. Turns out not the best podcasting plan. However, so I recorded an episode on accessibility and inclusivity on social media with Rebecca Thorne. That episode, that interview will be coming out. Okay, do I commit to this? This is the question. Yes, do it. It will be coming out, the full episode, on February the 13th. Is that a Friday? Is that a Friday? February it's a Monday. Good job I know what day my podcast is coming out, isn't it? So that episode will be coming out. It's a very long episode, but again, there will be a shorter version available. So that's exciting. Well, I think it's exciting. So that will be the first one that comes out. I also have confirmed Lisa from Scaling Deep, whose podcast I have also been on, so that's exciting. I will be chatting to her later in the year. So it's all exciting. There are exciting guests, but also reminder, mostly you're just gonna get me, possibly this unicorn. If you're on podcasts like audio only, I will post a photo of the unicorn to my Instagram. Okay, that's my middle ground. If you're on YouTube, you can appreciate the unicorn as it is. Okay. Clearly I am very out of practice with this, so I am gonna drink some hot chocolate and figure out what I'm doing with my life. If this is relatable content, let me know. Okay. So, first episode is dropping. Well, this episode, you don't need to know when that's dropping because you're listening to it. And then, yes, stay tuned for shorter versions of old guest episodes. If you have a favorite, I am open to recommendations for where you would like me to start chopping up guest episodes. Again, episodes, not guests. So if there is something that you were like, oh, I really, really wanted to listen to that, but do not have the time or the attention span or the anything else to actually listen to the whole thing, please, please put out the shortened, awesome version of it. Slide into my DMs, send me an email. There are links in show notes and descriptions and just all over the place, really. Yeah, I think that's stop talking. Stop talking, Lex. Stop talking, drink your hot chocolate. How do I end these? How do I take care of yourselves? That's how I end these. So take care of yourselves.